doesn't eat food. I know for a fact when it gets into its little Pokeball, it just goes to sleep. It doesn't eat or shit. She shits. This is a bitch who shits.
All right, welcome back to The Great Debate and part 2 of our summer tete-a-tete. The Dungeon Masters shooted their shot. They shot their shit. They shot their shot. That's right. But now it's time to fulfill the super cute branding of this show and turn up the heat with our next group of prodigious panelists. Get on out here, Pickle, Jonnie, and Meatball! Oh! Yes!
Hello.
Mike good. It's all
I feel this is
Sure.
beautiful, beautiful. So, Pickle.
Yes?
You are the drag laureate of WeHo.
I am.
I am not 100% sure what a laureate is, but it sounds very fancy and nice. Have you ever considered you should run for office?
Well, most of being a laureate is explaining what a laureate is.
Okay.
So that's a lot of it. But no, I like to be adjacent to politics.
Okay, so you don't think you should, like, I don't know, hop into this election and just, like, I don't know, turn the tables. Please?
Being laureate is as close to being Glinda the Good as you can get.
Okay,
you
so you
kind
wanna
of
stay
come
there.
into political events with no clear role.
Okay.
Kind of just to like smile and make everyone feel okay about what's happening.
That's nice, but I think we need that.
Yeah, I mean, like they sent me on the news to tell people like, it's okay that Pride's not free. That kind of stuff.
It's fine to pay. We need to keep
You
the
aren't
business going.
paying, you're loving.
Yeah. It's a tithing of sorts. Speaking of politics, Meatball, your performance as George Santos at the Sasha Velour Nightgowns last year, absolutely incredible stuff. Do you have any other DC-related delights in store for this upcoming media cycle?
You know, I plan on going there and maybe taking a shit in front of the White House.
Yes.
The options aren't great, but I'm gonna give them the best I got. You know what I mean?
You should. We have to honestly, we have to fuck shit up this year.
Yes.
That's great. I love that. I think that's a beautiful choice. And Jonnie, why did your parents not name you after a food?
Because I'm not as delicious as these two, I guess.
Oh, going in for the sympathy awes early. That's
No, I'm delicious. I'm delicious.
You're
I'm
very,
delicious. Don't
very,
worry,
very
everyone.
fair.
Any single man in the house, I am delicious. I promise.
very delicious. Speaking of delicious, I'm going to make a quick hard left turn here and wax poetic for a minute. My sexual awakening was Pokemon. As a kid, I spent countless hours captivated by the TV and trading the cards. You know, that tactile feeling of ripping open a new pack and searching for a holographic hit of dopamine, you know? The smooth, shiny curve of a Pokeball soaring towards a rabid Rhyhorn in the Safari Zone. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, you know Misty, the gym leader with that yellow crop? Ooh, those red suspenders? Ooh, that side pony and those short jorts. The topic for round 2 is which Pokemon is most likely to show hole. Same as round 1, but Jonnie, since you are the only panelist to follow the Tin Can Bros on Instagram, you get to choose the order. You get to choose the order. You've been playing this game since you signed up for the show. You've been playing since you signed up. You didn't realize it, but you've been playing the whole time. What order would you like to go in?
So happy to support you guys.
Thank you so much.
Shut up.
Oh my god, the power is in my hands. Oh, I don't want to reveal my Pokemon just yet. Let's see. I think I want to go last.
Oh!
Sure.
And who's going first?
Let's see. I'm going to say Pickle, Meatball, myself. Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right, Pickle, your 60 seconds uninterrupted for your opening arguments starts now.
All right. I think first we have to ask, what is a Pokemon?
Good question.
And what is a hole? I think I would argue that, a Pokemon is an extension. Like, to answer this question, we have to answer another question because a Pokemon is an extension of the trainer. It's like an expression of the trainer's innermost desires. So to answer what Pokemon would show hole, you have to ask, what trainer would show hole? And I think we all know what trainer would show hole. Not just because he's a crop top wearing blue-haired faggot. But because James is so desperate for attention that his Pokemon is literally nothing but holes. Oozing, spraying, starving holes.
And that is your time.
Thank you.
That's very good. Okay, Meatball, your time starts now.
I went with the Pokemon that feels like I am she. I've chosen Jinx. As the only humanoid Pokemon, I feel very connected to her. We are basically twins, and I love to show my hole to strangers. Frankly, Joey, I'd like to show it right now. So, there goes my glasses. Okay, my second point is that one of her main attacks is extending her lips all the way across the battlefield to kiss the opponent. One could argue that the butthole is the lips of the lower half. And if a kiss is an attack, then a fart is one way to say, I love you. Jinx does not speak any languages. She, in fact, has a series of cries. And that means to me that Jinx herself is very sad. And if me and Jinx are the same person, when I get sad, I like to have my butthole seen by as many people as possible.
And that is your time. Save some of the other arguments because we're going into an open debate. Johnny, to wrap this up, your time starts now.
Hi, everybody. There's really only one choice here, and I think we all know that's Jigglypuff. Yes? You want to know why? This bitch will do anything for attention, okay? Constantly singing, she's constantly pouting and throwing tantrums. She has the energy of a 22-year-old twink named Grayson, okay, everybody? That's right. Who, after a night out at the club, is going home and he's sending hole pics to everybody on Grindr in the tri-state area, okay? And I know this because I have been Grayson, okay? I really have. And I'd like to say, look at the physical form. She's essentially one big pink hole, okay? Prolapsed, you could say. Can we say prolapsed?
Prolapse.
Prolapsed. I would say that she herself is a prolapsed hole, so I would say that every time she exits that Pokeball and walks down the street, she's showing hole. I rest my fucking case. Jigglypuff, everybody.
Incredible! Okay, now let's just move into several minutes of open debate. Feel free to attack each other's arguments and everything.
Friends.
As I previously
I will say,
what I want to say is, as I previously stated, she is the only humanoid Pokemon, meaning she is the only one with full body down there.
But is
you
that
know
a
what
cop-out?
However,
Is that a
Jinx
cop-out?
is mostly metal. So I would argue that though Jinx has been built to see.
I'm sorry, where
like
on the
she would have a
Wikipedia?
hole,
Wait,
she
where on the
doesn't have a hole.
Wikipedia page did it say that?
Is she metal? I thought she was ice type.
Well, I'm a scientist and that's what I'm saying.
She's ice and psychic type. I learned that today. I don't know what that means.
In murder and in life, the most obvious answer is often the right answer. My colleagues have done an excellent job of laying out why these two Pokemon are likely to show hole, but that is not the question. The question is which Pokemon is most likely to show hole, and this is an act of showing hole 10 times. 10 times out of 10.
I believe the
holes.
cross was
I don't see the
butthole.
There's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole, there's a
I'm
hole,
not
there's
seeing
a
the
hole, there's a
opening.
hole, there's a
He's
hole.
being a little coy about
Little
it.
gas comes out of the
Unlike
holes.
these two Pokemon, mine has no real power. It can only kiss and shake its body, which makes everyone else shake their body.
I will
One
say-
would say the only way to stun an enemy would be to show hole.
I will say Jinx's mouth is giving just hole.
Well, did
That's
you know
mouth,
that
though. That's mouth. That's
she,
not hole.
Wait, shut the fuck up.
Oh.
She evolved.
In these two situations, hole is implied.
I believe I said shut the fuck
In
up.
mine, hole is present.
And so is hers.
10 times out of 10.
Well,
If two
Jinx
people are-
actually evolved from a Pokemon named Smooches, which is actually just a butthole with
This
a
is a
body around
butthole.
it.
This is what a butthole looks like. Look at that little shape.
And when did your butthole grow eyes?
When a Pokemon tracer chooses a Pokemon,
You better fucking work.
they are acting. When James does the action,
James is
choosing
irrelevant.
the Pokemon,
James is
No one
irrelevant.
cares
showing
about
us
We're
James.
talking about the Pokemon.
10 times out of 10. If there are two people and one of them is shooting you in the face,
Overruled.
that one is the most likely
That
to
one
shoot
ain't
you in
got
the
no
face.
butt. That one doesn't eat
It
food.
doesn't eat
I
a
know
bite
for a
'cause
fact
it
when
just
it
got
gets into its
home.
little Pokeball, it just goes to sleep. It doesn't eat or shit. She shit.
Now-
this is a bitch who shits.
Now, can we give?
That woman does not shit.
Well,
That's a
get
lady,
her.
goddammit.
I'd love to.
In fact,
excuse me, panelists. I'd love to ask for like a hypothetical situation in which,
Sure.
in which these Pokemon get thrown out of their Pokeballs, are in a fight, and could you?
They're summoned. They're not thrown.
There's some. Okay, so there's some.
Respect.
Can we please, like, I don't know, act out a scenario in which these Pokemon maybe would be showing hole?
Yeah, sure. And now, am I allowed to show hole? I wore the shirt
Not for
skirt
you.
for
Why
you.
not?
Okay, not for you two.
Upstage.
The more
upstage.
questions you ask, the more rules you have to follow.
Okay,
Okay,
here we go, here we
scenario.
go, here we go.
Okay,
Hit
so
it.
Whoa. Wah, wah. Oh.
'cause now I.
Wah.
Okay. it's just-
Oh. And that's what she does.
And are those are accurate sounds? Those are accurate sounds. You can confirm.
Thank you so much.
Okay. My thing is that Jinx is a god. Can we see the photo, please?
Sure.
That's a goddamn lady.
You gotta act it
The
out.
hair is
What?
lady.
She looks like Nicki Minaj on a bad
She
night.
is an
This
elegant
is not
young
a lady.
woman.
Act it out.
No, I'm just talking about Jinx right now. She's an elegant young woman. The hair is laid, 22 inches, 6'13", platinum blonde. She's wearing a gown. That is a woman. That is a woman that wants to be wined and dined. She is not just giving up hole for anybody. Thank you.
No.
Thank you. Am I right?
No.
Notice.
I disagree.
Nude.
Her
Nude.
profile picture
Naked
is not
hole.
open. She's letting you know she's a gape and ready to
Let's
go.
see. Johnny, I'd love to see
This
the
is a
Jigglypuff. I'd
slut.
love to see the Jigglypuff.
Oh, you'd like to see the Jigglypuff?
Yeah.
Well, to me, it's like she's done a show. So much like myself, she is working late because she's a singer. So she's giving you Jigglypuff, but the audience isn't really feeling it, which I've also been there. So she simply rolls her round body over and just boop, gives you a little something. And she has the ability to make you fall asleep, so she can do that and then just rub it all over you. Baby.
Oh.
So she's an
sorry.
assaulter.
No.
They are fighters.
We're not
Everyone
an
loves
assaulter.
Jigglypuff. Everybody loves her.
Okay.
It wouldn't be an assault. It would
Pickle,
be a gift.
I'd love to see this coughing. I'd love to see what coughing does. So coughing exits. Oh.
I can smell it. I can smell it.
He shows you whole. Immediately, without consent.
There are so many holes.
It's an attack every time James summons a Pokemon. It's an attack. This is not a joke.
You're sick. You're sick.
It ends today.
You're sick.
And that is the end of our open debate round. Everyone, you know what to do. Take out your phones, and it is time to send someone to the finals. Wow,
Oh my God.
that is an interesting point. Not to, I'm not gonna
Oh my God.
change any ideas, but the idea of showing hole as a flirtation, an attack.
Yes.
You do
But
look
it
like
is
Jinx.
interesting
Very
thinking
I
about.
know, I'm her.
It's working.
We're
She's
not
a
people.
slut. She's a slut. Remember that.
Yeah, but it's What? Does
She's
she
a
have
lady.
powers? You looked on her Wikipedia page. Does Jinx
She's
have
got
powers?
powers. They all have
No,
powers.
she literally has no power.
She just cries?
She cries, kisses, and makes people move their bodies.
All right, we do have a winner.
Oh!
Are you all ready? Okay. And the winner of the Pokemon most likely to show hole is... Pickle with Coffin! Oh! And she's down. She's down. Congratulations, Pickle, for sweeping this round. But
Wow.
Meatball and Johnny, you each have one more shot at redemption when we return with round 3, the losers round. Back in a flash.
Pickle, incredible. How does it feel? You're very diplomatic up there. Where did you learn to debate like that?
What?
Where did you learn to debate with such class?
Well, drag is really about spreading joy and making sure that our entire community feels heard. On this Pride Day, thank you so much for joining us.
The claws pretty much came out on that round. How's it feel to,
And what
come in
do you mean by
second?
that? Who do you think was the angriest? Do you think it was me?
No.
I don't think it was me. I think, hey, listen, all I gotta know is this lady got a big old booty hole and she's spreading it around. And that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
And Johnny, what does Pokemon mean to you?
I mean, it means everything. I'm a true blue millennial. I know these Pokemon inside and out, and I will say, Meatball was using Wikipedia earlier, so...
But I pay for it.